amongst the two, and it takes two to tango.
Hello, whoever is gonna watch this. I just wanted to make like a follow-up video because while that other video was just like a short little humorous thing, there is so much more to the story and about like what I know about Matt Gaetz. And so I just wanted to like come on here and kind of clarify some things because it is definitely a serious situation. And I also wanted to share a little bit of my story and why I have the perspective that I do. First off, I just wanted to clarify, I now realize that I use the incorrect terminology. It is not pedophilia, it is ephebophilia, which is being attracted to like post-pubescent teens in the age range of 15 to 19. I also want to clarify that this is a very long story that I'm going to have to sum up very quickly, and I also want to put it out there that this is from my point of view. There's two sides to every story, and I acknowledge that, but this is what I experienced. So last summer when I was living in DC and interning there, basically, Matt had just started dating my sister, and he had a friend that I had met and kind of knew that was around Matt's age, like had a kid, had been divorced, and this guy kept telling me like, oh, Matt told me I should ask you out, like that we'd be great together, yada yada, and I would just make jokes and be like, haha, like I'm 19, like that's weird, and I just thought he was kind of joking, and then he definitely like started being more vocal and saying creepy things and being like, I had a boyfriend at the time. He's like, oh, when you break up with your boyfriend, let me know, and so you can have a real man, just creepy stuff. And he later like texted me and was like, oh, sorry about what I said. I just wanted to get Matt off my back. Like Matt told me I should ask you out, yada, yada, yada. So I decided to confront Matt about it and be like, hey, why were you telling your friend to ask me out and like be like, that's just weird and creepy. So come Thanksgiving, when I finally had the chance to see him face to face, I was straight up with him and I was like, what is up with this? Why did your friend say this? Very much was like, wanted to hear his side of the story, and he just immediately got so defensive, started yelling at me and my mom. He called me a narcissist, was just 1,000% gaslighting me. I literally was just like standing there asking him like, are you gonna listen to what I have to say? And he went full lawyer on me, like, I don't have to listen to you, I don't have to answer your questions, whatever. And as far as I'm concerned, someone who is innocent shouldn't be getting so defensive and literally being a grown man yelling at a 20-year-old girl. It was just beyond me. I want to make sure I don't miss any key points, so I'm going to make a second video, so stay tuned. So basically, to continue the story, after I had this encounter with Matt and just saw his character and the type of person he is, when everything came out about him, I honestly, unfortunately, was not surprised. And it wasn't just this encounter I had with Matt. When I was in DC, I heard kind of through the grapevine stuff about him. You know, everything is hearsay, but just he had a reputation for prowling after college girls when he's a grown man, and to me that's just kind of weird. And while that little video I made was such a minuscule thing and I know does not properly bring to light the whole situation, if I can just bring some attention to it so people are aware of what is going on and people can be held accountable, that's my goal. And as someone who has personally experienced a ton of creepy old politician men hitting on me when I was underage and experiencing sexual assault at that age by people of power, it's just very disheartening, and I have zero tolerance for people like him, and I think politicians need to be held accountable for their actions, and I'm tired of them getting away with this type of stuff, and I think it's important that we are just aware and hold people accountable to whatever extent we can. There is so much more I could say, but I just kind of wanted to make a little bit of a clarifying video. So thanks for coming to this TED Talk. That's all.